won for 6 months. These points can be used for a variety of purposes, including certification fees, exam fees, and academic fees, and purchasing study materials, food, and stationery. If participants find a job or start a business with a 5 month, they will receive additional 300,000 won as a success point. In international news, U.S. stock plunged as President Donald Trump acknowledged the possibility of an economic slowdown. At 11:16 a.m. Eastern Time, the Dow Jones Industrial Average dropped 325 points, marking the 8% decline, while the tech-heavy Nasdaq fell 3.5%. Trump told Fox News that his economic policies need time to take effect and didn't rule out a potential recession this year. Market uncertainty over his administration's tariff policies had already weighed on stocks, and his latest remarks further deepened the decline. Now here's a weather update for Busan today. Today, sunny conditions will continue all day. The temperature is currently 14 degrees. The daytime high is expected to be 15 degrees. The highest feels like the temperature will be 16 degrees around 12. Fine dust concentration is expected to be average. We hope you have a pleasant day ahead. And that wraps up this hour's news. Thank you for joining us. You're listening to BFM, 부산영어방송.
Your best choice. BEFM, 부산영어방송.
Coming up next is Midday Mate with Kimberly An. BEFM, 부산영어방송.
Back in the day, the typical family brought in around $3,000 a year to today's money. They were without indoor plumbing, phones, or cars. Around 50% of kids were living in poverty, and instead of going to school, most teens were busy working in the fields. That is life in the 1900s, also known as the early 20th century. It's surprising how people lived in a very different lifestyle back then. Today, we're going to talk about life in the 1900s. It's Tuesday, March 11th, 2025, and this is Midday Mate. Let's get started!
The night ends up
and that was These Walls by Dua Lipa. On These Walls, Dua Lipa details the messy reality of a dissolving relationship. The lyrics are a chronicle of arguments echoing in the air and that dreaded conversation looming like a storm cloud, the one neither partner wants to have but everyone knows is coming. If these walls could talk is also an idiomatic expression used to convey the idea that if the walls had the ability to speak, they would have stories to tell about past events, conversations, or experiences that have taken place within that space. And that is what that song was about for These Walls by Dua Lipa. Hello everyone, we are live in the studio in Busan on this beautiful sunny Tuesday afternoon. Welcome to Midday Mate. You're listening to us on BEFM 90.5 in Busan and 103.3 FM in the Gijang, Cheongwon, and Noksan areas. And I am your host, Kimberly. Hello, hello. We have some people coming into the YouTube chat. Hello, Benny Neem. I hope you're having a wonderful Tuesday over there. And in hour number one, what do we have? First up, we'll have Listomania, where we introduce various kinds of lists. And today we're going to talk a little bit about history and its life in the 1900s, 1900년. And then after Listomania, we'll have the real charm of Busan with Jimmy, where Jimmy introduces the various charms of Busan every week. And then in hour number two, we'll have today's quote, where we introduce meaningful quotes to motivate you each and every day, followed by bite-sized banter, where we have daily fun conversation with the theme and with Andrew. After bite-sized banter, we'll go into Don't Make a Scene, where we introduce useful English expressions after listening to a short clip. And this week, we are diving into the world of Wicked. And then we'll end the show with our segment titled Memory Lane, where we step back into history and take a look into some past events. Our question of the day and text topic is, what is one current technology you would use if you had to go back to 1900 and live? So a technology that we have right now that you use often, but they didn't have back in the 1900s. Which technology would you take back there and use it? Again, our question is, what is one current technology you would use if you had to go back to 1900 and live? 1900년으로 되돌아가서 살아야 한다면 사용하고 싶은 현재 기술 하나는 무엇인가요? So it could be your refrigerator, it could be your TV, it could be your cell phone, it could be maybe even your electric car if you have one. So one technology that you want to take back. Go ahead and send in your answers. Text in pound 9050 or shop 9050 and it'll only cost you 101. Or you can also reach us through KakaoTalk. Search BEFM or 부산영어방송 in Korean. Add us and send in your messages for free. And we also do have our smartphone app. Search BEFM or 부산영어방송 in any of your app stores. You can listen to our programs and leave us comments after logging in. And we have lots of people coming into our YouTube live chat now. Hello, Tana님, Benny, Manakdo Yongo님, and Juliet님. It's so good to see you on this beautiful sunny Tuesday. Welcome. And now we'll be right back with Listomania after this song. Here's Feels Like I'm Falling in Love by Coldplay.
I know that this could hurt me bad. I know that this could feel like that, but I just can't stop. That my defenses drop. I know that I was born to kill any angel on my windowsill, but it's so dark inside. I throw the windows wide. I know, la 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 la. I know, la 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 la. Still I don't let go. And fields of flowers grow. Baby, it's my mind. You blow is torn apart. One gets a broken heart. I know, la 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 la. I know, la 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 la. Still I don't let go. And fields of flowers grow. Oh, it feels like I'm falling in love. Maybe for the first time. Baby, it's on my mind. You blow. It feels like I'm falling in love. You're throwing me a lifeline. This is for a lifetime. I know.
And that was Feels Like I'm Falling in Love by Coldplay. And now it is time for Listomania. And we are going to introduce various kinds of lists. But for today, we're going to focus on life in 1900. 1900년의 삶을. First, we're going to talk about the standard of living. Before 1900, the standard of living had been really bad. There was no electricity and a very bad healthcare. Therefore, the life expectancy was very low, only at 46 years. If you imagine that right now, that would be such a sad thing, right? Because right now our life expectancy is so much longer. So back then it was only to 46 years. However, later on, the standard of living improved. Electricity began to dominate and healthcare developed. And food now could be stored longer, and so the life expectancy also rose along with it. Because of the explosion in population, public transport systems were needed, and so additionally to tram and buses, the first underground was built in Budapest in the year of 1887. But not only has transport improved, education also did. Children didn't only get educated, but many of them also got a good and well-paid job. Today, most of these questions are just normal standards, right? Education and electricity are standard nearly everywhere. Healthcare and medical service are perfectly organized and the life expectancy is very high. So if we were to compare and contrast life from the 1900 to right now in 2025, it's a big change. Our lives have become very easy. Nowadays, one can do nearly everything through the internet, and it doesn't matter whether it is shopping, banking, publishing, or even receiving information. Working conditions have also changed very dramatically. There are restrictions in working time, payment, and free time. And if your boss wants to fire you, he has to tell you some weeks before so you can look for a new job. And now, after the standard of living, we're going to talk about leisure. What did they do for fun back in 1900? Around 1900, people began forming various sports organizations to bring more structure and organization to their favorite activities. This led to the founding of FIFA in 1904 and the International Lawn Tennis Federation, ILTF, in 1912. These organizations established clear rules and competitive leagues, giving athletes the opportunity to compete at a higher level and even pursue careers as professional sportsmen. During the early 1900s, summer holidays became a popular way for people to take a break from work and enjoy some leisure time. Many traveled by train to nearby lakes or seaside destinations to just relax. However, because paid holidays were not common at that time, only wealthier and richer individuals could afford extended vacation. Those with fewer resources stayed closer to home, opting for day trips or simple recreational activities. The concept of taking time off for pleasure was still relatively new, making it a cherished experience for those who could participate. Today, leisure time is much more accessible, don't you think? And paid vacations are a standard benefit for many workers. Instead of visiting nearby destinations, people now travel across countries and across continents to explore new places. Even for those who prefer to stay local, modern cities offer countless entertainment options from amusement parks and cinemas, which is movie theaters, to cafes and even shopping centers. And for those who simply want to unwind at home, television and digital entertainment provide endless ways to escape and relax. So back then, they didn't just have the leisure or the ability to just flip on the TV and just watch anything. And even so, if it was back then, it was all probably black and white and there wasn't much, things to watch. But now we have a plethora of different types of shows that we can watch, whether it's on the TV or actually on streaming sites as well. And now let's talk a little bit about politics. In Europe, in 1900, Europe was ruled by a couple of very rich families, like the Habsburg family, which had everything under their control. Because of this, people were very unsatisfied with their lives. There were many demonstrations throughout the whole of Europe, and finally, more and more people started to think nationalistic. As a result, the First World War was coming up, as we all know it. And then let's dive into the history of American politics. In 1900, America was in a very advanced political situation. They were the first to have a voted president, and therefore nearly everyone, and especially poor people, wanted to settle down in America. Unfortunately, many families could only afford to buy tickets for their children, though. So overall, the drastic changes in living conditions since 1900 highlight just how much progress society has made. Back then, life was tough. Limited health care, poor working conditions, and a lack of electricity made daily survival a challenge. However, today, we enjoy longer life expectancy, reliable medical care, and technological advancements that simplify everyday tasks. The development of public transportation and organized education has allowed more people to pursue opportunities that were once out of reach. These improvements have not only made life more convenient and easier, but have also opened doors to greater possibilities for future generations. Leisure time has also evolved dramatically, and in the early 1900s, free time was scarce, and vacations were a privilege for the wealthy. Many people worked long hours with little opportunity for relaxation, and now, thanks to labor laws and economic growth, paid time off is standard and travel has become more accessible. Entertainment has expanded beyond physical activities to include digital media, theme parks, and even global tourism. What was once considered a luxury is now a normal part of life, allowing people to balance work and relaxation more effectively. And so that was our little compare and contrast of life back in 1900 compared to how much easier we have it now in the year of 2025. And with that, let's take a song break. Here is Beautiful Things by Benson Boone.
yeah, it was rough, but lately I've been doing better than the last 4 cold Decembers I recall. And I see my family every month. I found a girl my parents love. She'll come and stay the night, and I think I might have it all. And I thank God every day for the girl He sent my way. But I know the things He gives me, He can take away. And I hold you every night, and that's a feeling I wanna get used to. But there's no man as terrified as the man who stands to lose you. Oh, I hope I don't lose you. Please stay. I want you, I need you, oh God. Don't take these beautiful things that I've got. Please stay. I want you, I need you, oh God. Don't take these beautiful things that I've got. Please don't take. I found my mind, I'm feeling sane. It's been a while, but I'm finding my faith. If everything's good and it's great, why do I sit and wait till it's gone? Oh, I tell you, I know I've got enough. I've got peace and I've got love, but I'm up and I'm thinking I just might lose it all. Please stay. I want you, I need you, oh God. Don't take these beautiful things that I've got. Please stay. I want you, I need you, oh God. I need these beautiful things that I've got.
Welcome back, everyone. You just listened to Beautiful Things by Benson Boone, and I'm your host, Kimberly, and you're listening to Midday Mate. Our question of the day and text topic is, what is one current technology you would use if you had to go back to the year of 1900 and live? 1900년으로 뒤돌아가서 살아야 한다면 사용하고 싶은 현재 기술 하나는 무엇인가요? And we have some fun, interesting answers here. Benny Neem says, for me, I want to bring my phone to 1900 and live, and even a race car. Benny Neem, if you took a race car back to 1900, who are you going to race? Of course you would win all the races with that race car. Julia Neem says, if so, I would have to take a washing machine. Never could I imagine without a washing machine. And that is so true. When we think about people, washing their clothes back then, I don't know if this is historically correct, but I would think of someone that's like at the river with their clothes and like a bar of soap and like that pushing thing that they have to keep washing their clothes on with ridges and making bubbles and then doing that and squeezing it with their hands and laying it out on a piece of string. It just seems like so much work, but thank you for washing machines technology. And we also have another answer here from 만학도 영어님 saying 저는 가스레인지를 가지고 가고 싶어요. 음식 해 먹을 때마다 불을 피워야 하는 번거로움을 피하고 싶어요. That is also so true. There would be no gas range, right? There's no stove where there's an open fire or even like a electric heating system. So back then they would always have to make their own fire and then put like a big cauldron of food and then have to make it back then. And that's just sounds like it would be so much hard work because I've seen a lot of different reality TV shows where they had to make their own fire and there's a lot of work into it. And I heard that it stings your eyes so much. So yes, I would also have to agree with Julia-님 and Manokdo Yongho-님 with the washing machine and the gas range. It sounds like something that we need to do back at home. Others who haven't answered yet, go ahead and send in your answers. Text in pound 9050 or shop 9050 and it'll only cost you 101. Or you can also reach us through Kakao Talk. Search BEFM or 부산영어방송 in Korean. Add us and send in your messages for free. And finally, we also do have our smartphone app. Search BEFM or 부산영어방송 in any of the app stores. You can download our app, listen to our programs, and leave us comments after logging in. And now we'll be right back with our Tuesday segments. And now it is time for the real charm of Busan, where Jimmy takes us on a journey throughout the real charm and well-known wonders of Busan. Introducing Busan's charm as a travel destination, its unique food, things to see, and things to enjoy. Hello.
Hello.
How
Jimmy
are
in the
you?
building.
Jimmy in the building, everyone.
Yeah, I think the weather is definitely getting warmer than before. So I feel good. I like spring.
Me too.
Yeah.
I think a lot of us, like I was mentioning this from yesterday too, but last week I was really sad and groggy and low energy. Not
Yeah.
sad, but this week I feel like I'm a lot more energetic.
Yeah,
Probably
much
because of the weather.
refreshed. Yes.
If I could ask you our question of the day before we start, if you had to go back to 1900 and live, what is one current technology you would take to use?
Well, I thought about it while you were actually talking to the listeners. Well, I don't really want to bring like a cutting edge technology because they're not going to be able to observe it. I'll just try to bring something that it's understandable. And I'll also take that engineer with me to invent something there. And then I'll just open up a business.
Jimmy in the building just took our question of the day and totally changed it to the way that he wants to.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny. You take the engineer back with you
Yeah.
and then start your business and become rich.
Because I don't have that kind of a skill set. So I'll just make either him or her to,
wow.
produce all that devices whatsoever. And
Julia
then-
Nim saying, oh, with a lot of tildes there. And lots of people saying hello to you. Julia
Hello,
Nim,
hello.
Benny Nim saying hello.
Yay.
Yikes. So yes, so Jimmy just totally changed our question of the day. But others, go ahead and answer correctly.
Yeah.
Julia Nim also says that you're a genius.
maybe a lighter.
A lighter?
Yeah, because you also mentioned it with the listeners. It's gonna be a hassle for me to scratch the rock or stone to
Right.
start a fire. So I'll just bring a lighter and
Oh.
then because we need a lighter probably
For
to
lots of
cook
things.
something. Yeah, for lots of things.
And also
So,
back then there wasn't much electricity. A lot of people used candles
Yeah.
so that you would have the lighter there.
here we
too.
go then. Lighter and the engineer who can make the lighter. Combine that together.
Okay, wonderful answer.
Right.
A+ answer there. So now, for the real charm of Busan today, where are you taking us?
I'm going to take you guys to Yongho-dong area, which you can actually check out 오륙도, and then there is 이기대 Observatory Deck, and also a very, very great cozy place for you to try some grilled eel, and more of places are coming. Yeah.
Yum. And that sounds like a lot of fun. Yongho-dong is not too far from here, so many people can go right away.
From here, from our station, all we gotta do is just take the bridge. Gwangan
Gwangwon-daegyo,
Bridge,
and
and
we're
then
there.
once you get off there, there's Yongho-dong. You've been to Yongho-dong before, right? Don't tell me you haven't.
I've been to Yongho-dong,
Of course.
but I've never been to 오륙도 or 이기대.
Okay. then hear me out. You're
But-
gonna like it.
I can see 오륙도,
Sure.
and I've seen videos of 이기대.
Oh.
and
You said-
pictures of Igide.
You sound like a person who's still currently living in the States.
I know.
I actually get that a lot from my friends. They're
really?
like, hey, bro, like my parents and my grandparents are all from Seoul, so I never had a chance to go to Busan. But since you're there, I check out like all these NutTube videos and then I know all these major tour attractions. Will you take me there? I'm like, just come and then I'll just take you. You sound like one of my friends from LA.
I'm from, yes, right now I'm currently in America. I'm not here
Yeah.
in Busan right now. But yes, I've never been, but I have been to Yongho-dong.
Sure. So, I mean, Oryukdo is basically right there. And of course, I love things to see and go in Haeundae area too. And also Songjeong, like, on this area. But I also love to hang around in Yongho-dong a lot because you can basically you can just basically spend the whole day there. By visiting Oryukdo and Igide for a little bit of a hike. And then once you come down, you can go to Sapjari to grab some grilled eel and seafood. And after, there's like a Starlight Park where we're just gonna walk around and then look at the Gwangan Bridge at the nighttime. So more detailed informations, I'm gonna expose it. So
All right.
yeah, let's kick it off with Oryukdo. It's actually famous for its breathtaking ocean views, and of course, it's a fascinating fact that number of islands changes depending on the tide and also the weather too.
Really?
The reason why it's called Oryukdo is O is 5 and Ryuk is actually 6.
Oh.
So depending on the weather condition and depending on the tide, sometimes you can see 6 and sometimes you can see 5. So that's why it says Oryukdo.
This whole time, I thought there was just 5, and I just
Yeah.
didn't know what ryuk was because it's yuk, isn't
Yeah,
it, for
right,
6?
right.
But this has the rear on top, so I was like, I wonder what ryuk is. But now you know.
Yeah,
5
so-
or 6 islands.
It's magical. It's a magic. So you should definitely go there. Yeah, to see. But also at the same time, there is a skywalk too in Oryukdo. You've heard about
I've
it.
seen pictures on SNS.
Yeah. I actually like to go there. It's kind of similar. Most of these skywalk or observatory deck here located in Busan, there is a little bit of a transparent glass, so you can actually basically see through the ocean.
I like those.
Yeah, like underneath of you. So many people who loves taking photos, they basically just to take the photo of the transparent glass to just look down and then capture what's underneath of you. So that's also a good point that you can actually keep in your mind. And then once you go there, you can take a picture of it. And I just love the whole scenery and the atmosphere when I just stand on the deck of this skywalk.
Have you been often?
Yeah, I actually recently visited there about a couple months ago. Yeah, not that long ago. Yeah. Before winter, actually.
I have a story about Oryukdo and Igide.
Oh, really?
Yes. Although I have never been, I also got permission from my husband to say this.
Okay.
So I always said, I want to go to Oryukdo and I want to go there.
Yeah.
But he never takes me, as we all know on the radio.
Yeah.
Trust me, he's a loving husband. But we're just really tired on the weekdays
Yeah.
or weekends. But he had a friend come down from Seoul, and then they went to Oryukdo and Igide together. And then I was like, Oppa, why didn't you take me? I've been telling you I wanted to go. He's like, right. Next time I'll take you.
Because probably from his perspective, you guys just gonna live forever and ever. So he's just still thinks that he has plenty of time left to take you.
Yes, maybe
Let's
he's
put it that way.
spacing it all out.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm still only in my Haeundae Changsan
Right.
time.
Right.
I can't go out there yet.
Because you still haven't visited all that restaurants and all that cafes in Changsan yet.
Yes,
so
I guess
maybe,
so. You're
yeah,
right.
That's like a step 1. beginner's step.
We have a message here from 만학도 영어님 saying 이기대랑 오륙도는 시티 투어로 이용해 가본 게 처음이자 마지막이었네요. Also, I guess the city tour also can take you over there. Very
Right.
nice information.
And the things that I want to also pinpoint out about 이기대, which is like right next to it, 이기대 and 오륙도. Well, those people who don't really like to climb like uphill or maybe Changsan Mountain because it takes like almost 3 hours.
Oh.
So I highly recommend 이기대 because it's not that steep, but also at the same time, it's kind of very, very. It's not even a mountain. It's more like just like a ground where you can just take a good walk out of
Okay.
it. So it's actually a great best hiking trails in Busan.
So I know that it is called 이기대 Coastal Walk. So then
Yeah.
is this similar to the coastal walk over at 동백섬?
Similar.
Similar?
Well, I think 동백섬 is much easier compared to 이기대, but still 이기대, I mean, it's not a hassle at all. Yeah, because the trail follows the coastline and offering a jaw-dropping views. And you can actually see the sea and the city skyline at the same time. So it kind of gives you a whole different atmosphere when you actually look at just the view from the Haeundae Beach or other areas.
All right, so you can see it from a different perspective and
Sure.
see the ocean and see all of the other buildings from that area.
Yeah.
It's very beautiful. We do have a picture here on our YouTube live stream. Wow, that is beautiful. I feel like once the weather gets completely warmer and like I'm going to say Fahrenheit because I don't know Celsius, but like
Yeah.
65, 70 weather, I
Okay.
think that'd be beautiful.
You should definitely go. Yeah.
오, 조리아님 says 이기대 꼭 가보겠습니다.
Yay. Thank you.
And yeah, let's keep going. 이기대.
Yeah, and then once you are finished with that little bit of a light hiking, I highly recommend you guys to go to 섭자리. This place is kind of similar to what's it called? There is a place in Gijang area where they sell like a freshly caught seafood and like other 연화리. Yeah, it's kind of similar with the 연화리, but then kind of a whole different at the same time because 섭자리 is in the middle of a neighborhood. Right, like
interesting.
apartment complexes. So yeah, this place is actually a heaven for seafood lovers because you don't really have to go all the way to Gijang or even like a further places. You can just basically grab a very, very delicious grilled eel and seafood at the same time, literally in your neighborhood.
Yum, that sounds like so much like good food.
Do you eat 장어구이 though?
I love 장어구이.
Oh.
I always go to 기장 for 장어구이.
Yeah, that's why. I mean, most people here, they just go for a little bit of a drive and then go to Gijang. But yeah, 섭자리 is really, really a great place for you to taste a delicious grilled eel.
I also go to 기장 for 장어구이 because they have the 전복죽.
Oh, yeah.
Do they have 전복죽 here at 섭자리 in
Well, I never actually tasted 전복죽 here, but instead I tasted 라면.
오!
Yeah, 해물 라면. Yeah,
훨씬 더 좋죠.
so that's maybe that's a better option.
Yum.
Yeah. And I mean, many people in Korea believe that eel gives you a strength.
That's true.
And especially like stamina, right? Especially during the hot summer. But yeah, why not? Because the summer is coming up and then we're just about to face the spring, but time, flies really fast. And you can just go here even like, season, like any season, you can just go there and then taste this grilled eel.
Right, because before it gets too crowded, it would be good to go now then.
Yeah.
And enjoy the breeze and the grilled eel.
Yeah.
And the view.
seafood and 해물 라면. And you don't really have to be stressed out about like a parking lot.
Oh,
Because it's pretty massively large.
perfect.
And then for those residents who live around that area, you can just basically walk there.
Ah,
Yeah.
nice. So, listeners, if you love seafood, this is a spot that you must try. And with that, let's take a quick song break. Here is The Night the Lights Went Out by The Tramps.
dog had a blackout for 25 hours or more, and nobody really knows the reason why. Ooh, somebody pulled the plug out of the socket. For safe to say, I went to the door to lock it. So I took my lady by the hand and led her to lovely. Where were you when the lights went out in New York City? All over the town, yeah. Where were you when the lights went out in New York City? Don't you know that I was making love? Ooh, sweet, sweet love. Central Park was jammed at the door. Innocent girls were robbed of their hearts. Population's gonna grow and not much so. Where will all the little bitty babies go? The politician said it was a pity, but that was night they called New York Love City. So I took my lady by the hand and led her to Loveland. Where were you when the lights went out in New York City? I wanna know, yeah. Where were you when the lights went out in New York City? Don't you know that I was making love? Ooh, sweet, sweet Can you remember? Where were you? Where were you? Where were you? New York City. I wanna know, yeah. Where were you? Where were you? Where? New York City. Don't you know that I was making love? Oh, sweet, sweet love, yeah. I wanna know. Had my baby by the hand. Led her to Loveland, yes I did. Ow, where were you? On a crowded elevator.
Welcome back, listeners. You just listened to The Night the Lights Went Out by The Trams, and you're listening to Midday Mate. And right now, we're in the middle of our segments titled The Real Charm of Busan with 잘생긴 Jimmy.
Yay.
I wanted to mention, before we move on, you know how last week, because you always joke with me that I never go out anywhere.
Yeah.
And I never do anything.
Because that's what you tell me. So I was really curious.
Well, it's true,
Yeah.
but last week we mentioned what was happening at Bexco, which is the Architecture and Interior Exhibition.
You visited there.
갔습니다.
Oh.
I went on Sunday with my
Wow.
husband.
Okay.
It's very interesting.
Right.
We went to the interior one before. I feel like the one before was a lot larger.
Right.
But then this one was a little smaller, but it had more
Sure.
like home goods.
Yeah, and also it's kind of combined together with the home goods
Yeah,
and
yeah,
the
yeah.
architecture.
Right.
Yeah.
So I did go to that one.
Wow.
So I wanted to make you proud and let you
Yeah,
know.
I feel proud. Thank you. Thank you. So maybe next time on my next segment, I get to hear, oh, Jimmy, I visited Igide. Finally. Let's see.
Oh, I have a message here on Kakao from Kim Mira-nim saying, I am from Seoul, living in Bexco area for 11 years.
Wow.
Busan is such a small city and easy to access many different spots. Here we enjoy Busan. 오륙도 이기대 also very cool. I am super happy in Busan with 2 little kids, especially because everything is near.
Yes, that's
Oh.
correct.
Yes, well, wow. 11 years now. I don't know if I should say welcome because you've been here longer than me, but I'm glad we all love living in Busan.
Yeah, of course.
So with that, what's another great place for us to go to?
Yeah, this place is one of my hidden gem. I don't really want to expose, but it's kind of, an exclusive that I'm just going to expose it to all the
Oh.
listeners. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you guys probably know, but it's kind of a walking distance from Seopjari that we just talked about. There is a Starlight Park in Yongho-dong. I would like to call it this place as like a nighttime wonderland because once you go there, I'm sure that that's probably one of those places where you can actually see the Gwangan Bridge like right up front of your face.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then lights are turned on at the nighttime, right?
Right.
So I'm sure that that's probably one of those nearest place and spot where you can just to stand and look at the beautiful Gwangan Bridge, unless you are on the yacht.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's that much near.
So then, should we go here when it's the next fireworks?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be fully packed. So you probably have to go there like early in the morning to wait the whole day. But yeah, I highly recommend. I also go here pretty often. Yeah, because right next to this Starlight Park, there is like a little alley, I would like to say, like a road, where I can just park my car and listen to music while looking at the Gwangan Bridge too.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Do you do that alone?
Yeah, I mean, I do that alone sometimes with my friends, with my loved ones. Yeah.
That sounds like a lot of fun and
Yeah.
very romantic too. I like little car dates like that too.
Sure. So many neighbors and even from visitors from outer city, they actually visit Starlight Park because it's actually one of those perfect locations for romantic evening walk, as what you have mentioned. Because this place is just filled with like LED lights, and then it just makes the whole area look like a fairy tale.
Very nice. And what's the best part?
Well, here, the best part is you can just look at the Gwangan Bridge like up front of you. Also, at the same time, it's super peaceful because it's pretty new. It was opened like last year.
Oh, that's very new then.
So probably not that many of people still knows this particular area itself. So and like on the way to this park, there is some popular cafes too, and also 영어동 섭자리. And yeah, it's really easy to access because once you get off from Gwangan Bridge, you make a left turn and then you just like follow through the road and it's just right there.
So listeners, if you're looking for a place to relax and take some stunning photos, this is it.
Yep.
So go.
Yeah. And I would just like to also introduce about these upcoming festivals and events.
Yes?
I don't know whether you are interested in this or not, but I'm sure many of like family members out there and then married couples who's preparing to have a kids maybe or who have already a newly born baby. There is going to be a baby fair at Baxco on 13th of March until the 16th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I've been to baby fair before.
Really?
My friend was super pregnant and she wanted to go, but her husband didn't really want to go with her. But we dragged both of our husbands.
Oh, really? That's nice.
My husband was like, "Why are we going?" I was like, "I don't know. Let's just go check it out."
Yeah, why not?
But it was super busy.
Yeah,
there are so
true.
many people there,
Right.
and like they're selling all these things.
Right. Probably this baby fair is one of those places where you can actually check out those baby related like products. Like it's a haven for especially parents and also young kids who wants to follow their parents because they've got some clothes and education programs and also like parenting workshops too.
Oh.
Because if you're new, if you're a new parent, you literally don't know anything.
Right.
And then this fair is probably one of those places where they can like educate you and then give you some sort of an information. So
Very nice.
Yeah.
I thought that it was just like a place to go to buy things, but to see that they have educational activities also offered
Sure.
is very nice.
yeah, why not?
So if you are, thinking of having a baby or pregnant at the moment, or you just want to go and check it out, go ahead. It's at Bexco from the 13th to the 16th.
That's right.
Wow, what an episode. We covered so much today, from 오륙도 to 이기대 to 섭자리 to the Starlight Park.
Yes.
And even
Baby fair.
Baby fair. Wow, so many things.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I hope this segment actually helps like everyone who's listening right now. And that even though you're not planning to have a baby, or if you don't have a baby, you can actually go to the baby fair to buy some kind of a gift.
No, that's true too.
For your relatives or friends too. So why
Yes.
not?
We have lots of people in our chat saying that 5월에 뭐 간다고, like from what you're saying, that they were able to understand and see these new places.
Nice.
So we have people already lined up to go to 오륙도 and 이기대. Very nice.
Yeah, I mean, thank you so much for tuning in. And then, yeah, I'll be keep exploring new spots, and then I'm willing to introduce it to you guys.
Yes, we're very excited to see where you'll take us next week.
Yes, please be ready for it.
Thank you, Jimmy. I'll see you next week then.
All right, see you guys next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
And everyone, that is the end of our first hour already. I'll be back at 1 p.m. after this song. Here is Life During Wartime by Talking Heads.
Heard of a van that's loaded with weapons, packed up and ready to go. Heard of some grave sites up by the highway, a place where nobody knows. The sound of gunfire off in the distance, I'm getting used to it now. Lived on a brownstone, lived in a ghetto, I've lived all over this town. This ain't no party, this ain't no disco, this ain't no fooling around. No time for dancing, more lovey-dovey, I ain't got time for that now. Transmit the message to the receiver, hope for an answer someday. I got 3 passports, a couple of visas, you don't even know my real name. High on a hillside, the pucks are loading, everything's ready to roll. I sleep in the daytime, I work in the nighttime, I might not ever get home. This ain't no party, this ain't no disco, this ain't no fooling around. This ain't the mud club or CBGB, I ain't got time for that now. Heard about Houston, heard about Detroit, heard about Pittsburgh, PA. You ought to know not to stand by the window, somebody see you up there. I got some groceries, some peanut butter to last a couple of days. But I ain't got no speakers, ain't got no headphones, ain't got no records to play. Why stay in college? Why go to night school? Gonna be different this time. Can't write a letter, can't send no postcard, I ain't got time for that now. Trouble in transit, got through the roadblock, we blended in with the crowd. We got computers, we're tapping phone lines, I know that that ain't allowed. We dress like students, we dress like housewives, or in a suit and a tie. I changed my hairstyle so many times now, I don't know what I look like. You make me shiver, I feel so tender, we make a pretty good team. Don't get exhausted, I'll do some driving, you ought to get you some sleep. Burned all my notebooks, what good are notebooks?
Way of exit by opening the doors. If you're coming out of a multi-story building, use the stairs and definitely not the elevators. When outside the building, rush to an open field and cover your head while en route. Finally, tune into a broadcasting channel and keep yourself updated on what's happening and what to do next. But remember, prevention is the best solution. This campaign is brought to you by BFM 부산영어방송.
The time is now 1 o'clock.
Write you a letter tomorrow. Tonight I can hold a pen. Someone's got a stand that I can borrow. I promise not to blow the dress again. Lights that flash in the evening through a crack in the drape. Jesus rides beside me. He never lies and he smokes. Hurry up, ain't you had enough of this stuff? Ashtray floors, dirty clothes and filthy jokes. See old high and lonesome, trying. Lights that flash in the evening through a hole in the drapes. I'll be home when I'm sleeping. I can hardly wait. I can't wait. 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 Hardly wait.
Welcome back, mates. You just heard Can't Hardly Wait by The Replacements. Can't Hardly Wait is a song by American rock band The Replacements from their 5th studio album titled Pleased to Meet Me. Can't Hardly Wait was released as the 3rd single from the album. It has since received critical acclaim and has been named by many music writers as one of the band's greatest songs. A music video for the song utilizing footage from 1987 was released in the year 2020. And that was our song Can't Hardly Wait by The Replacements. Hello everyone, we are live in the studio in Busan on this sunny Tuesday afternoon. Welcome to Midday Mate. You're listening to us us on BEFM 90.5 in Busan and 103.3 FM in the Gijang, Cheongwan, and Noksan areas. And I am your host, Kimberly. And now it is time for our number 2. First, we're going to start off with today's quote, where we introduce meaningful quotes to motivate you each and every day, followed by bite-sized banter, where Andrew and I have daily fun conversation with a theme. And after that, we'll have Don't Make a Scene, where we introduce useful English expressions after listening to a short clip. And this week, we are diving into the world of Wicked. And then we'll end the show with Memory Lane, where we step back into history and take a look into past events. And I'll be checking your messages throughout the show. And our question of the day and text topic is, what is one current technology you would use if you had to go back to 1900 and live? Again, what is one current technology you would use if you had to go back to 1900 and live? 1900년으로 뒤돌아가서 살아야 한다면 사용하고 싶은 현재 기술 하나는 무엇인가요? We have a cacao message here from 인수님 saying 교통이 제일 불편하니 자전거가 필요할 겁니다. 다른 거는 전기나 휘발유가 그 1900 시대는 없으니. Yes. So even if you were to take back your car or electric car, it's something that we wouldn't be able to use because they didn't have 휘발유, which is gas. So instead, 인수님 said 인수님 would take a bike so that transportation would be easier. Very nice answer, and thank you, 인수님. And others, go ahead and send in your answers. Text in pound 9050 or shop 9050, and it'll only cost you 101. Or you can also reach us through Kakao Talk. Search BEFM or 부산영어방송 in Korean. Add us as a friend and send in your messages for free. And we also do have our smartphone app. Search BEFM or 부산영어방송 in any of the app stores. You can download the app, listen to our programs, and also leave us comments after logging in. And also, of course, we, as all of our listeners know already, we do have our YouTube live stream where you can also participate in the chat there. And now we'll be right back with today's quote after this song. Here is Everything She Wants by Gus Dapperton.
Somebody told me, but everything she wants is everything she sees. I guess I must have loved you, because I said you were the perfect girl for me, baby. And I was 6 months older, and everything you want is everything you see. It's out of reach, not good enough. I don't know what the hell you want from me. For you, they told me marriage was a give and take, but you showed me you can take, you got some giving to do. And now you tell me that you're having my baby. I'll tell you that I'm happy if you want me to. But one step further and my back will break. If my best isn't good enough, then how can it be good enough for two?
That was Everything She Wants by Gus Dapperton. And now it is time for today's quote, where we introduce encouraging quotes from famous people. And today's quote is from a person named Leo Roston. The quote is, "Money can't buy happiness, but neither can poverty." Money can't buy happiness, but neither can poverty. 행복은 돈으로 살 수 없지만 가난으로도 살 수 없습니다. Leo Roston, a renowned American humorist and author, once famously said, "Money can't buy happiness, but neither can poverty." This statement encapsulates the complex relationship between wealth and happiness, highlighting the fact that while money is not the sole determinant of happiness, poverty can also be a significant barrier to achieving contentment and fulfillment in life. Roston's words remind us that happiness is a multifaceted concept that cannot be reduced to material possessions or financial wealth. While money can certainly provide comfort, security, and access to opportunities, it is not a guarantee of happiness. Many people who are wealthy still struggle with feelings of emptiness, loneliness, and dissatisfaction, as they may lack meaningful relationships, purpose, or a sense of fulfillment in their lives. On the other hand, poverty can also be a major obstacle to happiness. When individuals are struggling to meet their basic needs such as food, shelter, and healthcare, it can be difficult for them to focus on their emotional well-being and personal growth. Poverty can lead to stress, anxiety, and a sense of hopelessness, all of which can have a negative impact on mental health and overall happiness. Furthermore, poverty can limit opportunities for education, career advancement, and personal development, making it harder for individuals to reach their full potential and achieve their goals. Without access to resources and support systems, people living in poverty may feel trapped in a cycle of deprivation and despair, unable to break free and create a better life for themselves and their families. Roston's quote serves as a powerful reminder that while money alone doesn't create happiness, financial stability plays a crucial role in our overall well-being. Having enough resources to meet our basic needs, pursue our passions, and support our loved ones can relieve stress and open the door to a more fulfilling life. At the same time, true happiness comes from meaningful connections, a sense of purpose, and inner peace, things that money can't buy directly. Striking a balance between financial security and emotional fulfillment is key to living a truly happy life. Personally, I've seen how financial struggles can take a toll on people's mental health and emotional well-being. Worrying about bills, unexpected expenses, or job insecurity can create anxiety that makes it hard to enjoy the little things in life. On the flip side, I've also met people who have all the money they could ever ask for and still feel unfulfilled. In the end, happiness is about more than just money. It's about finding contentment, purpose, and gratitude in whatever circumstances we are in. And that was our quote for today by Leo Roston. Money can't buy happiness, but neither can poverty. 행복은 돈으로 살 수 없지만 가난으로도 살 수 없습니다. And that was today's quote. And now let's take a song break. Here is I'll Be Loving You Forever by New Kids on the Block.
I know
Hello and welcome back, listeners. You're listening to Midday Mate, and now it is time for what you've been waiting for, bite-sized banter.
Taco Tuesday edition. Yeah.
Taco Tuesday.
How are things?
Good. How are you doing today?
Not bad. Not bad. But I like the intro. Have that energy again. I like
We didn't use it still.
Oh, okay.
Taco Tuesday.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I hope so. It's, it's not dinner time yet. Or I guess I have the rest of the day to figure that out.
Yes. We had one of our listeners, they're like, what is Taco Tuesday exactly? And I had to explain it to him.
Yeah, and that's okay. Bring somebody to the dark side. Is that right? I mean, the light side, maybe. I'm not really sure. But yeah, no, it's I don't know, something I look forward to. But I used to be quite religious about Taco Tuesday in a sense where there was a couple places around town that offered Taco Tuesday, and I would go. But these days, it's kind of few and far between. So yeah. Anyway.
Anywho, what are we talking about for today, Taco Tuesday?
All right. So today we're going to talk about, how we can reuse things, how we can do something with something that maybe that's been laying around the house and you don't want to throw it away. So what's a unique way you've repurposed or upcycled something? Or it could even be something you've heard of.
Okay. So listeners, 용도를 변경하거나 재활용 아니면 업사이클링 했던 특이한 방법은 무엇인가요? So for me, honestly, I don't think I've ever really repurposed or upcycled anything.
Just throws everything in the garbage.
Oh no,
I'm just joking.
I don't repurpose, but I do recycle.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But I don't think I've upcycled. I'll have to think about it as you share, but you go first.
You've probably done something when you were younger.
Yeah.
Like I was trying to think of this as well, and I remember, I don't know if it was just like a kick my mom went on, but it was like, there was in the garden, it was like an old boot made into a planter. Right?
Okay.
It was like that kind of a thing, and she drilled like a couple holes into the bottom so like the water could flow through. Or like an old tire for a planter. Like that kind of thing. But the one that I happened to do, this was when I was home this past summer, was my sister was trying to do something in her living room, which is not a big living room, but she wanted to, she had a lot of clutter. And a lot of these clutters were like old books and things like that. And she felt bad. She's like, I don't want to throw these out. Is there any way like I can kind of use them? But they're not like old, bound books of like Lord of the Rings or something like that. They're just books, right?
So not hardcover.
Yeah, some of them were, but not all of them. But nothing expensive or anything like that. But she didn't want to throw them away.
Okay.
And she's like, but I don't have a bookshelf. And I don't want to go out and buy one because it's like, I feel like I'm wasting my money. So she checked on a marketplace for something and couldn't find it. And then I saw at my dad's house, he had an old wooden ladder. All right. And so it wasn't too long, but it was still too long for what she wanted it for. So, but the ladder was not, we'll say, it may have supported one of my children, but I definitely wasn't climbing on this thing.
So not super sturdy.
No, I don't think it would. What's the OSHA standards or something like that for like the security or like, if you want to have your insurance purposes, it would never have passed. So I said to my dad, I said, hey, I'm going to take this to my sister's name's Shauna. I said, I'm going to take it to Shauna's house. We're going to do something with it. He's like, yeah, get it out of here. If not, it's going to be firewood. And I'm like, all right, cool. So he took it. My sister's like, what are you doing? I said, we're going to use this. She goes, for what? I said, we're going to make a bookshelf with it. And she goes, you're losing yourself here. What do you mean? So we cut the ends off it because there was some like rotten parts or whatever on the ends. And it made it the right shape. And then kind of found the studs in the wall and brought it out from the wall a little bit. Ooh. So like we had to put some spacers in behind. And then it was perfect because there was enough space in between the rungs on the ladder where you would put your feet, where like there was like you could stack enough books, and then you didn't need any bookends or anything like that. So it was pretty cool.
Do you have a picture?
I don't. Maybe I'll ask her for one.
Yes, you should. I would love to see it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to imagine it, and I think I can.
Just take a ladder and put it sideways on the wall. And Yeah, and then
Just stick the books in.
yeah, put the books in. Yeah.
Wow, that's really cool.
It was
I don't
neat.
have a cool answer like that.
Yeah, no, I was trying to think of something. I'm like, oh, I forgot that we had done that. But I was trying to think of like even like when I was a kid. None, but there is something cool actually. A program going on in Busan right now.
Oh.
And I was at actually on the first floor of the radio station.
Oh.
There's a little bin where you could put bottle caps.
Oh, yes, I saw
right?
that.
So is it 1970, 1860? No. Oh, there's the
cafe.
Yeah.
Yes.
The exhibition space and stuff like that. I always, 1973?
1980 something.
I can't
gotta
remember.
look it
Anyway,
up.
we gotta look it up. It is behind the big box store and the old wire factory.
Right.
Anyway, there they have an exhibition space, and it's all about plastic right now. And you can if you take 3 bottle caps, they'll give you something that they made it into. And you can make a coaster. You could have a bookmark. And there was a spinning top. So we went with my kids and we did that. It was pretty cool because we got to take the plastic and it was all right.
I looked it up. It's, I believe, F1963.
1963.
We were all wrong.
There we go. Yeah, we're way off the map. 1872, whatever. It's been there a while. So yeah.
Nice. For me, I was just going to say, like, I had an old T-shirt and then I didn't want to throw it away. So my friends and I, we all got our old stuff and we tie-dyed stuff.
Oh yeah, pretty cool.
And then we began to wear it again
Love
and not
tie-dye.
throw it away. But that's not really
Fantastic.
upcycling. But I guess, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure what I've actually done. But with today's topic, I am going to look out onto how I can repurpose and upcycle things instead of just recycling it. Maybe I can use it at home in a different way
Yeah, there you go.
because I buy too much.
Yeah, same.
Right? So, listeners, what's a unique way you've repurposed or upcycled something? Go ahead and share with us. And if you haven't, what is something that you want to do? For example, for me, I found on the internet that I can take my old T-shirts and sew them into scrunchies.
Yeah.
Which I think would be very fun because, like, say that we have old clothes, but it means something to us and we don't want to throw it away, but we also don't want to keep it. We can just cut off a little piece, make it into a scrunchie, and keep it at home.
There you go.
So yes, go ahead and share with us. We would love to hear it. And Andrew, thank you so much. And I will see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Bye. And everyone, that was our bite-sized banter segment with Andrew. And again, our topic was, what's a unique way you've repurposed or upcycled something? And Po님 says, 어제도 오늘도 질문이 어렵네요. 답이 생각이 안 나요. repurpose 해본 기억이 안 나요. And don't worry, Po님, because that's how I felt too. And I didn't really have like a great answer, but it's okay. Because bite-sized banter is just for fun and we can just share anything else instead. Benny Neem says we upcycled an old water bottle, like the big gallon ones from the grocery store, to use to clean the toilet bowl. Very nice. And we can always use different things to clean other things as well. And we have another answer here from 만학도 영어님 saying 항상 버렸던 우산 케이스를 반을 자르고 뚝딱이 단추를 달아 장바구니 집을 만들었어요. Wow, that's so cool. You know, for me too, for the umbrella case, I feel like we always just throw it away, don't we? I don't like roll up my umbrella and put it back into the case when it's not raining. It's just there, or I always throw it away. So that's a very good idea, 만학도 영어님. I don't know if I can put a 뚝딱이 단추 on it, but it sounds like a good idea that I may look into. So thank you for your answer for that. And everyone else, it's okay if you haven't repurposed or upcycled anything, but hopefully you were able to get some inspiration from Andrew's idea today and maybe think of other ways that you can do it in the future. And with that, let's take a song break. Here is Remember by Becky Hill.
I'm doing just fine now, it's over. I've been moving on and living my life, but occasionally I lose composure, and I can get you out of my mind. If I could go back in time, I'd do things differently, yeah, I wouldn't think twice. I distract myself, think of someone else, but every now and then you remind me. It's only when I'm lying in bed on my own, and I wake up and I don't see your name on my phone, to the moments where I think that I'm better alone. That's when I remember do things differently, I wouldn't think twice. I distract myself, think of someone else. But every now and then you remind me it's only when I'm lying in bed on my own, and I wake up and I don't see your name on my phone. It's in the moments where I think that I'm better alone. That's when I remember, that's when I remember. Every time I walk past your house in the rain, and I tell myself that you were the biggest mistake. And just when I think I'm finally doing okay, that's when I remember, that's when I remember. I'm missing you. It's only when I'm lying in bed on my own, and I wake up and I don't see your name on my phone. It's in the moments where I think that I'm better alone. That's when I remember, that's when I remember.
Welcome back, everyone. That was Remember by Becky Hill. And now it is time for Don't Make a Scene, where I'll introduce useful English expressions after listening to a short clip. And this week, we are going to listen to a scene from Wicked. Wicked Part 1 was released in Korea in November of 2024. And this movie tells the story of how Elphaba, the future Wicked Witch of the West, and Glinda, the Good Witch, first met as schoolmates in Oz. Their unlikely friendship is tested as Elphaba's magical powers and her signature green skin set her apart from the rest. And now this clip is from the part of the movie when everyone arrives at the university and Glinda and Elphaba's first interaction. On Monday, we learned about the phrase, "What are you staring at?" And we have people in our chat already. Juliet Neem saying, "What are you staring at? 뭘 봐? 크크크크." Yes, that is exactly it. What are you staring at? 뭘 보세요? This phrase is used when someone notices others looking at them for an extended period of time. And I remember yesterday in our chat, after our Don't Make a Scene segment, I wrote in the chat saying, I don't think I would ever really say this phrase to a stranger though, because it just sounds like you're trying to start a fight with someone. But I would say this to maybe close friends where, you know, we wouldn't fight really. Just say, hey, what are you staring at, right? Anywho, now let's listen to the clip one more time so that we can find out what expression we're going to talk about for today.
What? What are you staring at? Do I have something in my teeth?
No, it's just... You're green.
I am. Fine. Let's get this over with. No, I am not seasick. No, I did not eat grass as a child. And yes, I've always been green.
Well, I, for one, am so sorry that you have been forced to live with this.
Is that so?
Yes. And it is my intention to major in sorcery. So if at some point you wanted to address the problem, perhaps I could help.
She's so good.
We love you. And that was our clip from Wicked. And today we're going to talk about the phrase, do I have something in my teeth? Do I have something in my teeth? 이에 뭐라도 끼었나요? After noticing that Glinda and others are staring at her, Elphaba tries to make sense of it by asking, what are you staring at? Do I have something in my teeth? This is a humorous way of addressing the situation rather than immediately assuming it's because of her skin color. She playfully suggests it might be for a more common reason. For example, maybe there's some spinach stuck in her teeth. It shows that despite her defensiveness, she still hopes that maybe it's something small rather than something she can't change, like the color of her skin. So this phrase is commonly used when someone thinks they have food stuck in their teeth after eating. It's often said when someone feels self-conscious about why others might be looking at them. It can also be a way to break tension and make light of an awkward moment. Do I have something stuck in my teeth? 이해 못 꼈어요? We've all asked this question after eating, especially when we've had something like spinach or even popcorn, because popcorn kernels get super stuck in our teeth, and I feel like every time I go to the movie theater, I'm always like trying to take some kernels out of my teeth. It's a way to check in with someone and avoid embarrassment. In a broader sense, it represents how people sometimes assume they've made a minor mistake rather than realizing a bigger reason why that they stand out. So again here, Alphabet is trying to say it, do I have something in my teeth? Instead of saying, oh, why is everybody looking at me? Because of the color of my skin? Because I'm green? So when can you use this phrase? After eating, you can say, hey, do I have something in my teeth? I just had salad and I don't want to embarrass myself. So here, it's not that people are staring at you and you're trying to deflect the conversation to having something in your teeth. However, for here, you're just really asking, do I have something stuck in my teeth? Can you check for me? 이해 못 꼈어? 봐줘. Or when you're feeling a bit self-conscious. I caught my coworkers staring at me, and I jokingly asked, do I have something in my teeth? To break the tension. So everybody was looking at you. Maybe you spilled something, or maybe you did something wrong, or maybe people are just looking at you. So you just ask them, do I have something stuck in my teeth? Or in a social situation. At a party, I smiled at my friend and they started laughing. I immediately said, do I have something in my teeth? Just to check. Wouldn't that be horrible if you smile at someone, you're like, hi, how are you? And you just smile, and then all of a sudden they laugh at you? Of course, if you smile because you showed them your teeth, you're going to be like, oh, something must be stuck in there. I need to, get a toothpick and take it out. So let's listen to the clip one more time.
Do I have something in my teeth?
Do I have something in my teeth? I usually ask this all the time after I eat something too, because especially not with salad or popcorn, but really when I have something with a lot of 고춧가루 in it, with a lot of 고춧가루, it gets stuck in my teeth everywhere. So I always have to ask my husband, do I have something stuck in my teeth? And then he's always like, you need to go check. So this phrase is a simple but effective way to check if something minor is wrong. It shows how people naturally assume there's a small reason for someone looking at them rather than something deeper. It's a great reminder that sometimes people really are just looking at you for something silly. And that was our Don't Make a Scene for today. Again, do I have something in my teeth? Do I have something in my teeth? 이에 뭐라도 끼었나요? Go ahead and try to use that the next time you think that you have something stuck in your teeth. And now I'll be back with Memory Lane, but first here is a song break. Here is Hey Now, Don't Dream It's Over by Konki.
Hey now, don't dream it's over. Hey now, when the world comes in, they come to build a wall between us. We know that they won't win. There is freedom within, there is freedom without. Try to catch the delusion of paper cup. There's a battle ahead, many battles are lost, but you never see the end of the road while you're traveling with me. Hey now, don't dream it's over. Hey now, when the world comes in, they come to build a wall between us. We know that they won't win. Hey now, don't dream it's over. Hey now, when the world comes in, they come. Now I'm towing my car, and there's a hole in the roof. My possessions are causing me suspicion, but there's no proof. In the paper today, tales of war and our ways, but you turn right over to the TV page. Hey now, don't dream it's over. Hey now, when the world comes in, they come to build a wall between us. We know that they won't win. Hey now, don't dream it's over. Hey now, when the world comes in, they come. Now I'm walking again to the beat of a drum, and I'm counting the steps to the door of your heart. Only shadows ahead, barely clearing the roof. Get to know the feeling of liberation and release. Hey now, don't dream it's over. Hey now, when the world comes in, they come to build a wall between us. We know that they won't win. Hey now, don't dream it's over. Hey now, when the world comes in, they come. Hey now, don't dream it's over. Hey now, when the world comes in, they come.
And welcome back. You just listened to Hey Now, Don't Dream It's Over by Konki. And before we move on to Memory Lane, I did have a cacao message here from Park Nagyong-님 about an answer for our bite-sized banter question about upcycling and repurposing something. Park Nagyong-님 said, 아이의 작아진 원피스를 치마로 남은 천은 인형 옷을 만들어 주었던 기억이 있어요. Wow, so that one piece, that one dress, not only turned into a skirt, but also the leftover fabric, she was able to use it to make doll clothing. Wow, 박나경님, you must have very good sewing skills also. This is something that I would always imagine that parents would do for all of their children. But growing up, I've realized it's only for the few talented, and you are one of them, 박나경님. Very nice, and thank you for your answer. And now it is time for Memory Lane, where we step back into history and take a look into some past events. On March 11th of 1950, Bobby McFerrin was born in New York City. He is an American Grammy Award-winning vocalist and classical music conductor. He often sings a cappella, mixing folk songs, 1960s rock and soul tunes, and jazz themes with original lyrics. He prefers to sing without fixed lyrics, and he can imitate the sounds of various musical instruments with great skill. Isn't that such a good skill to have? Be like, hey, try to make a sound of a trumpet, and you'll be like, boom, 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 and then you'll be really good at it. Or if I say, okay, now try to make a sound of a flute. And this here is something that Bobby McFerrin is able to do. In 1977, he auditioned for and won a singing job. As a swinging jazz and ballad vocalist, by 1980, McFerrin was touring with popular jazz singer Jon Hendricks. Inspired by Keith Jarrett's improvised piano concerts, in 1982, he worked up the nerve to sing alone. Bobby McFerrin issued his self-titled debut album in 1982, and it was followed by The Voice in 1984, Spontaneous Inventions in 1985, and Simple Pleasures in 1988, which features the hit song Don't Worry, Be Happy. He also recorded television commercials and a theme song for The Cosby Show, improvised music for actor Jack Nicholson's readings of Rudyard Kipling's children's stories, and released an album with cellist Yo-Yo Ma titled Hush in 1992. McFerrin is perhaps best known for his spontaneity. In concert, he might wander through the auditorium singing, make up songs on listeners' names, conduct his audience in choirs, or even burst into a condensed version of The Wizard of Oz, complete with tornado sounds and munchkin and witch and scarecrow voices as well. So what a talented person. Bobby McFerrin's unique approach to music set him apart as a true innovator. His ability to blend jazz, folk, and classical influences while only using his voice showcases his exceptional talent. Whether performing solo or collaborating with world-class musicians like Yo-Yo Ma, he has always embraced creativity and spontaneity. His hit song, Don't Worry, Be Happy, became an anthem of positivity, reminding us all to take life as a little less seriously and find joy in the moment. Beyond his chart-topping success, McFerrin's musical career reflects a deep love for improvisation and connection with his audience. His ability to transform a concert into an interactive experience, making listeners feel like part of the performance, speaks to his extraordinary gift. Even today, his influence can be felt in a cappella music and vocal improvisation. His legacy is one of joy, innovation, and limitless possibilities of the human voice. And with that, that was our segment for Memory Lane, where in March 11th, 1950, Bobby McFerrin was born in New York. And now with that, since we did talk about Bobby McFerrin, let's take a listen to one of his songs. Here is Don't Worry, Be Happy.
Here's a little song I wrote. You might want to sing it note for note. Don't worry, be happy. In every life we have some trouble, but when you worry you make it double. Don't worry, be happy. Don't worry, be happy now. Don't worry, be happy. Don't worry, be happy. Don't worry, be happy. Don't worry, be happy. Ain't got no place to lay your head. Somebody came and took your bed. Don't worry, be happy. The landlord say your rent is late. He may have to litigate. Don't worry, be happy.
Look at me, I'm happy. Don't worry, be happy. Hey, I give you my phone number. When you're worried, call me. I make you happy.
Don't worry, be happy. Ain't got no cash, ain't got no style, ain't got no gal to make you smile. But don't worry, be happy. Cause when you worry your face will frown, and that will bring everybody down. So don't worry, be happy. Don't worry, be happy now. Don't worry, be happy. Don't worry, be happy. Don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry, be happy. Now there is this song I wrote. I hope you learned it note for note like good little children. Don't worry. Be happy. Listen to what I say. In your life, expect some trouble. But when you worry, you make it double. Don't worry. Be happy. Be happy now. Don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry, be happy. Don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry, be happy. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't do it. Be happy. Put a smile on your face. Don't bring everybody down like this. Don't worry. It will soon pass, whatever it is. Don't worry, be happy. I'm not worried. I'm happy.
And welcome back. You just listened to Don't Worry, Be Happy by Bobby McFerrin. And again, our question of the day and text topic was, what is one current technology you would use if you had to go back to 1900 and live? 1900년으로 뒤돌아가서 살아야 한다면 사용하고 싶은 현재 기술 하나는 무엇인가요? And I did want to change my answer. I want to change my answer, even though it's not really technology, but we need technology to make it. So it would be a modern medicine kit. Modern medicine kit. I would bring a fully stocked modern medical kit with antibiotics, pain relievers, and first aid supplies like band-aids and things of that sort. Medical care, again, in the 1900s was not as advanced, and having access to basic treatment could save lives and even prevent infections from becoming fatal. So therefore, I would take a medical kit. And unfortunately, everyone, it is now time to wrap up the show. I've been your host, Kimberly. Here is our last song, I Should Have Loved Ya by Narada Michael Walden. Thank you so much for listening today. I hope you have a wonderful Tuesday, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye! Just kidding. I'm going to talk to you more because I love all my mates. So instead, we're just going to keep talking a little bit more. Another current technology that I would use to go back in the past would probably be a solar power generator, right? There wasn't much electricity back then, so I would take a solar power generator because electricity wasn't widely available in 1900. So instead, I could get energy for lighting, heating, and other even small devices, making daily life even more convenient. And again, with that, here is our last song, I Should Have Loved Ya by Narada Michael Walden, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye!
Didn't understand life between the sheets.